Hold your horses. We are so excited about book number 4 in this Wandering Back to Saskatchewan series. Many of you have already gotten your hands on the new book, and here are some of the reviews. For me, this is the best book yet. You did a superb job of bringing it all together. I just finished the book, and what a treat. You write so effectively and powerfully. You introduce so many issues, but also tie together a number of loose ends. Great accumulation to the Cleaver clan story. It's been a super read. You are indeed a spinner of yarns. Your people are so real. I want to go to Stillwater and meet them. So here's the book, and I'm going to read the back cover for you. Dot's back. Join our Saskatchewan girl, Dot Cleaver, as she grows up in the late 1950s with her family and friends by her side. Have you wondered what happened to former housekeeper Liz, stepmother Maggie, neighbors Stanley and Bessie Fisk, and the other individuals we know and love? Wander back to Saskatchewan once again to reconnect with these folks. Learn Dot's most recent life lessons taught by the elderly people in her life as they share their experiences and wise counsel. Now, before we give out some information on how you can get your own copy of Hold Your Horses or the whole series, we want to share a special song with you. Thanks to Kathy Graham of prairiegirlmusic.com for permission to share her awesome song. I call it home, and here is the CD. And now I'm going to play you the song.
The beauty that my granddad saw, it still remains. From northern forests, lakes and streams, down to the rolling plains, land edged by rivers that flow gently past wheat fields standing tall. A canvas rich with color, changes with seasons from winter to fall. Saskatchewan, land of endless prairie skies so blue. Your sunrise takes away my breath, just as your sunsets do. Born here, I choose to stay. You'll never find me far away. Here's where I feel free, open spaces beckon me. Saskatchewan, the spirit of the pioneer, it lives to this day. An honest handshake, the hard work's done, that's just the prairie way. When times get tough, they pull together to see you through. That's what this province is known for. It's what they gladly do. Saskatchewan, land of endless prairie skies so blue. Your sunrise takes away my breath, just as your sunsets do. Born here, I choose to stay. You'll never find me far away. Here's where I feel free, open spaces beckon me. Saskatchewan, friendly faces, country I love to roam. You say you'd call it a dream, I call it home. Saskatchewan, land of endless prairie skies so blue. Your sunrise takes away my breath, just as your sunsets do. Born here, I choose to stay. You'll never find me far away. Here's where I feel free, open spaces beckon me. Saskatchewan, open spaces beckon me. Saskatchewan.
And here's a bit from the author, Charlotte Evelyn Sloan.
I'm really happy to be finally sitting here with this book in my hand, Hold Your Horses. It's the 4th book of the series, and we've had some disappointments and delays along the way, and finally it's here. And thank you to those of you who've been really patient waiting for this book, and thank you for the encouragement that you want to read it. And so I'm really eager to share it with you. Some of you know me and some of you don't, and so I did change things up a bit on the back of the book this time, so I'll just read you what I wrote and you'll know a little more about where I'm coming from. I am proud to be a prairie girl. I landed in the arms of a loving mom and dad and 5 siblings, surrounded by them on a farm in Saskatchewan. A serious childhood illness curtailed normal activities, and for several years I sat on the sidelines, keenly observing the people around me. I was fascinated to watch their lives unfold, partly by their choice and partly by chance. People make my world go around. I write about the laughter and the tears that are packed in between 2 basic human events, saying hello and saying goodbye.
We have a very special event that is going to happen right here, right now. The first book in the series, Dot on the Prairie, included a raffle of a community-made friendship quilt. Friendship quilts were popular in that era, and so a few months ago, we decided to replicate the idea from the book. As you can see here, there's a few different pictures on the screen of different blocks of the whole quilt. 22 participants from 3 different provinces eagerly accepted the challenge to embroider their name and design on a quilt block that was mailed to them. This treasure is the result of their talent, ingenuity, and creativity. I would like to mention that Tyrena Miller of Devon, Alberta, sewed the quilt together. The contributors' names have been placed in this draw box, and a lucky winner will be the proud owner of this one-of-a-kind, old-fashioned Dot on the Prairie friendship quilt. So, without further ado, here we go. This one right here is the winner. So whoever's name is in here has won the friendship quilt. Margaret Wasmith. Congratulations, Margaret. And there you have it. Thanks to all of you who sent in your quilt block to create this fabulous keepsake. All right, so here's how you can get your hands on a copy of Hold Your Horses. You can send an email to dotontheprairie@gmail.com for more details. Find out what works best for you. You may order directly from Charlotte, or for those of you who are in the Turtleford or Battlefords area, there are pickup points along the way that will save you money. Books will also be available at St. Walburg's Through the Grapevine, North Battleford's Fisher Drug Store, and the Co-op, and in Battleford, Remedy RX. As I said, all the details are available by sending a quick email to Charlotte at dotontheprairie@gmail.com. And that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to finish it off with some drone footage and a message from Charlotte. Thanks for joining me today, and we will see you at the next launch.
I seem to be wandering back to Saskatchewan more often recently, and on a trip last week, my brother John Sloan took me to the Wilkie Coulee, and just south of Wilkie. I think they call it the Scott Coulee. And we had a memorable afternoon out there watching the mile-long trains go by and just being in that scenic spot. I would like to also thank Kathy Graham for the use of her song. She's a prairie gal like me, she's from Saskatoon, and she gave us permission to use her song about Saskatchewan called I Call It Home, and I'm sure you enjoyed it already on this little video release. Also, I really want to thank Dalen Cooper for his photography and for hosting this Hold Your Horses book release. Thank you, Dalen.
You say you'd call it a dream. I call it home, Saskatchewan, land of this prairie sky so blue. Your sunrise takes away my breath, just as your sunsets do. Born here, I choose to stay. You'll never find me far away. Here's where I feel free, open spaces beckon me. Saskatchewan. Here's where I feel free, open spaces beckon me. Saskatchewan.